everyone, I'm Evelyn. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So, it has been a day and a half, I swear. Sorry for the late video, but I have been out. I'll talk about the build a little bit, I swear, before we get too far into talking about, everything else. But I've been out and about today getting both cleaning stuff for the new apartment and basically just gone back and forth because I don't have a car currently. So I've been like, it's been a lot. I've been walking a lot. I'm tired. I'm so tired. And I've just had this voiceover to do the entire day because I didn't manage to do it yesterday. So life right now is very busy. Moving takes a lot of time. I have a little bit of an update. So I think the last video I said that I've managed to clear like 3 shelves. Now I'm at 7. However, I also said that it was out of 21 shelves. It turns out that I actually have 30. I have 30 shelves. When did that happen? I have 30 shelves and a book cart. What the heck? So I don't know how that happened. I don't know how I've managed to accumulate this many books, and if I do the math right, considering I can do like 1.5 shelf per box, and I currently have 20 boxes, it's probably not gonna go like I say about 1.5 shelves. Otherwise, the math is perfect. Like it'll be 30 boxes, but it's like less than 1.5 shelves. So it's probably not gonna, it's not going. I don't know what to do. Anyway, I mean, I do know what to do. I'm gonna get bored moving boxes next weekend when I actually do get a car. So it's a whole process, but like there's a lot going on right now. Okay, we're busy in real life and that's just how it is. Moving is a big process. So, but as for the house, I was scouting Pinterest the other day. I actually had planned to build something completely different. I wanted to build one of the last lots that I had in San Sequoia because I'm still missing the rental and also the 50 by 40, but I came across this house that I think is from the 1950s or something like that. And it was a split level house. So it's not often that I do these sort of split level houses anymore, or like half basement houses. It's not really a half basement either because you can literally, I mean, there's no door to the lower floor, but other than the car door, the garage door, there's no door. So you have to go up the stairs and then enter through the head door and then front door, not head door. That's very Danish. Moving on. And then walk down the stairs, but there's like sort of like a basement situation. I don't know. It's a difficult one to explain, but you can't really do half basements in the Sims, not properly anyway. They look a little bit funky. You can kind of cover it up with plants sometimes, but I don't know, lot size wise, it wasn't really working on this one anyway, so it was a whole thing. But I wanted to take on the challenge of building this house because you kind of have to have fun with terrain tools, first of all, but also like covering it up and making it work in The Sims as well. So that's what I ended up doing instead. I saw the house and was like, okay, the roofing is a little bit boring. Let's be honest. It's not the most thrilling roof experience, if you will. But as for the rest of the house, it's like, I kind of want to do this. I want to have some fun with it. Plus, I think I am slightly in my retro phase era as well, if you will. So I just decided to say pause on San Sequoia just a little bit and went for this house instead. So it is for 2 parents, 1 teen and 1 child. And everything livable, including bedrooms and bathrooms, they're all on the ground floor or how do you say? Well, ground floor. Let's say ground floor. And then the other floor is the basement. There is like a lounge area going on down there where I actually ended up using the basement kit because I felt like style-wise, but also content-wise, it just kind of fit what I wanted to go for the room in the basement. So it's essentially almost kind of a 1-story family home as well, but there is like a bonus area in the basement that's not fully a basement. So whatever we want to call that area, I don't really know. I don't know how I managed to say that, but we're just gonna go with it. I'm not redoing that. But And as for the style of the house, kind of trying to go for, I cannot English today, it's been a long day, but trying to go for retro vibes a little bit without overdoing it. So it's definitely more like they have gotten inspired by retro. It's not supposed to look like it's set in the 50s, okay? Like that sort of vibe. So I hope we're on the same page here. Just like inspired, not completely accurate to that decade. Yeah. And also adding colors, because I feel like with these retro homes, you just need to add colors. Like there is something very 50s about adding colors, even though they were definitely mostly into like red, orange, yellow, browns, like those kind of very nice warm colors. That's definitely the 50s, but I wanted to add a little, well, actually a lot of it is yellow and brown, I'm not gonna lie, but there's some blue in there too, to shake it up a little bit. Be daring, be bold, add some blue. The children's rooms are a little bit different. As per usual, it's kind of difficult to do retro bedrooms for, well, not so much teens anymore, actually, because we did get a few kind of vintage looking pieces with high school years, but children's rooms definitely, because we don't really have furniture-wise stuff that fits with this decade that well, so they're kind of just on their own a little bit. And as for the bathrooms, I don't know if they fit decade-wise, but I just kind of, I just know. Like, I was just like, I like this vibe for the bathroom. Does it fit stylist? I don't really know. I'm using the growing together stuff because I honestly think I have a slight crush on that bathroom stall shower combo. It's what's it called? Bathtub shower combo. It's just nice. It's very nice looking. I like it. That's a tiny crush. Yeah. So as for so I hope you guys will like this house for gameplay as well, because it does have the one story feel to it, but with a bonus lounge area in the kind of basement. So I hope it'll work for gameplay. Also, all of the like common area, whatever rooms are in an open floor plan as well. I think that's very mid-century modern as well. Or maybe I'm wrong about that, because I could be wrong about that, to be honest. So I think I've talked about this before, or maybe that was when they started doing it. I don't know. I can't remember anymore. I need to brush up on my architecture, interior decorating knowledge, I suppose, because it might have been around that time they started doing open concepts a little bit more. If there is an architecture nerd out there or someone who studied it, let me know. But I know that at least like before that, if you look at like apartment buildings in Denmark, a lot of them have like very long hallways. A lot of the like really older ones, let's say 1920s and before, they had like big hallways, and not big hallways, but like long hallways, and then they would like the rest of the house, apartment, whatever, would be like split up into smaller rooms. So it's easier to keep the heat in the apartment building, whatever the house, you know what I mean. Okay, whatever it is, it's easier to keep the heat inside of the house if the or building if the rooms are smaller. But I don't know if it was the 50s they started doing that differently, or if it's a more modern thing. Or like a more contemporary thing. I know that my mom's apartment is from the 70s, and she has like a huge hallway, and I keep mentioning to it, she can't really do anything to change it, because I'm pretty sure that it would cause the rest of the building to crumble, like if she started knocking down walls. So yeah, it's fine. But we wouldn't want to cause that kind of issue. Nah, definitely not. But she has like a huge hallway, and it's like, it's not even a long hallway. There's no windows in it. It's just like a big square in the middle of the apartment. And I feel like it's such a waste of just space, but also there's no light in there. So it's like that in older apartments as well. A lot of the square meters that you get is like hallway space. It's not really, I hate it personally. I can see why other people would like it, but not for me. It's actually the same with my sister's old apartment. She lived in an apartment from the 70s as well, and they had a huge hallway that was just like one big room in the middle of the apartment. Why? I'm so happy, because I'm a very big fan of open concept. I like when everything is just like the kitchen and the dining room, and also the living room is like in one area, because if you're standing over there cooking, you can still talk to whoever's hanging out in the living room. Like it's nice. Everything is just, everyone's in the same room. It's just nice and cozy. But I also understand the other aspect of it. So it's just funny, those 70s apartments, like what the heck? What were they thinking? But also I went off on a tangent about that, so I apologize. Maybe not the 50s they started doing open concepts, but I decided to go for it in this one because I like it. So yeah. But other than that, the parents' bedroom here is quite big. It just kind of fit with the rest of the floor plan, the shapes that I made, and also the, I mean, the house is very, like, squared, to be honest. It's like two rectangulars put together, which does not make for good floor planning material. I've talked about this before in a floor planning tutorial. You kind of want, like, more shape to the house, but it's often like that with mid-century modern houses. They are not that shapely, if you will. They're very like rectangular, or I don't want to call them squared. I feel like a lot of the ones that I've looked at, well, some of them have been squared, but a lot of them are a little bit more on the rectangular side, so they don't make for easy floor planning. But I feel like this one turned out okay. I think there's a nice flow to it, and yes. So as for this this video, we're gonna spend so much time on landscaping later on, so if you are into that kind of thing, this video might actually be for you. I ended up having to do so much terrain tooling around, or manipulation I should probably call it, around the lot, so there'll be a lot of that as well. No, I can't make a tutorial on it. I feel like that's the same, like, I think at some point someone asked me if I could do a tutorial on round walls, which I've used like twice. I don't like them. They're super buggy. I don't think so. I still don't think that I'm like super good at using terrain tools, so probably not gonna try to do a tutorial on it, but you might be able to pick up a few things if you're like haven't used it at all or something, you know? Like if you're at square one, you might be able to see a few things that you can do with your own terrain tools in your game. But we're definitely placing down a lot of plants when we get to the exterior. So if landscaping is your thing, because I know some of you love the landscaping, or like love watching landscaping. I feel like I've been told several times it's very therapeutic. Whenever I take out landscaping, because I feel like it's very repetitive, I always get told by someone, no, it's so nice and relaxing. So there'll be a lot of it today. This though is the teens room, and with this one, I tried to go for a color scheme that was maybe a little bit lighter, a little bit more, like it's the same, it's blue and mint-ish teal, sort of. You know that color, that sort of funny color. A mix of blue and green, yes, that one. And yellow, so it sort of fits with the rest of the house, but I think it's a little bit on the lighter side actually, and we're just cluttering it up. I felt like this was actually a little bit difficult to do, this room. There was something about the layout which is stupid because it's just a rectangle, but I think it's because the door is in the corner of the room. That always causes me issues when I have to do interior. I don't know what it is, I just can't. Also, you definitely do not want to open that door with way too much force, otherwise it's going to ruin the mirror that is behind the door. Just wanted to let you guys know that might happen. It doesn't happen, but it might happen. I actually have the same kind of same sort of situation going on in my new apartment, because I want to place my mirror next to the closet, but in like the closet is sort of in a corner. So whenever you open the right, because they have Parisian doors, so there's like two doors. Whenever you open one door, it'll like open and slam into the the wall. I mean, it won't, because there's like a stop. No, there isn't actually. I'm gonna have to watch out for that. That's fine, I can do that. But the handle, if I place the mirror where I want it to be, the handle might actually slam into the mirror now and then. I don't need that kind of bad luck on my side, so like wish me luck that I won't ever do it, that I won't ever break it. That was a weird one. Wish me luck that I won't cause unluck on myself, or bad luck on myself. Yeah, that makes sense. We're gonna go for it anyway. But it's just the only place that I can actually like imagine my mirror to be. Although if I have not the camera, what the heck, the TV on the other side of the room, that might cause issues. I haven't thought about that until now. Oh, that sucks. That's a thing, right? You can't really, because then it'll reflect in the mirror. Oh, that would be so annoying. I need to think about that. This is an annoying thing to sit with in the middle of a voiceover. I just realized, yeah, I'm gonna be stuck on that until I fall asleep tonight. Right, okay. Well, anyway, so I sort of have that situation, but might not have it anymore because I just realized the TV thing. We'll see when I move in. I'm actually really excited to do moving vlogs. I have mentioned them a couple of times, but I think I'm gonna do about 2. I'm actually doing a weekly vlog right now. Not at this very moment when I'm doing the voiceover because riveting content, right? Okay, sarcasm, just to clarify. But I love watching moving vlogs, so I really wanted to just like make sure that I covered everything, basically like packing down the apartment, unpacking or moving the stuff and then unpacking everything. I know it's not for everyone, but I'm a sucker for that stuff. Like, I love it. I love just seeing a space becoming a home. Go figure. Like, what do yeah, how many houses have I built? This should not be a surprise. It's like, it's just so relaxing. I don't know what it is. It's so cozy, so relaxing. So I want to make my own content like that as well. And how often do you get to do a moving vlog? I mean, unless you move like every year, but I am not going to do that. So I think it was actually one of the first, when I told my mom that I was moving, that it was about time, now I'm moving, I was like, and that means I get to do a moving vlog. And she was just like, all right, yeah. Like, that's just one of the first things that came to mind. I want to do a moving vlog. So I'm covering everything very thoroughly, the whole process, especially packing down my office because, oh my gosh, I don't want to talk about, well, I do want to talk about it, but at the same time, it's probably the wrong channel. I should probably talk about it over on BookTube, but it's a whole process. All right, I almost forgot actually that I had the basement area to decorate. Like, I genuinely forgot that the area existed until it's a whole split level house, and I just completely forgot that I had to decorate the other level of the house. Go figure. Why would that happen? Anyway, it's fine. But I think I changed it to, because I had to do a little bit of terrain tool manipulation or something, and I realized that the room was empty. So we're having fun with basement treasures in here because I haven't really used the kit properly until now, at least. I don't really do a lot of basements. I think it's because I forget them. Go figure. with what happened during building this. I just kind of forget them a little bit. I'm like, I don't know, which is so stupid because I literally had my bedroom in the half basement, not full basement, half basement. There was a window in my bedroom, just so you know, filled with spiders, by the way. I'm traumatized, but there was a window. Yeah, I had the bedroom in the basement, but kind of forget that they exist. It's a thing. I'm an apartment person. We do have basements actually, but not livable ones. So I think I just sort of forget. But now I've done one, so for those of you who have requested me using the basement treasures, because there's been a couple of those, here you go. Had some fun with it. I think it's a nice little lounge area. Although I will say that it seems a little bit forgotten with how used. Well, that doesn't make any sense. It seems forgotten with how used the furniture is. That doesn't actually, that's like the opposite, but with how like old the furniture is, maybe. It's like they haven't renovated or brought anything new for it in a while, or they just figured they wouldn't use the basement area much, so they just got super old, very used furniture, because it was just like, we have to fill up the space or something. You know what I mean? Or maybe they just inherited it from parents or grandparents or something, because, you know, that's nice. So I don't really know. I thought it would be good to finally actually properly use the basement areas kit. Is that not basement areas, basement treasures kit? So we're doing that for this build. But if you don't have it, feel free to just fill it up with whatever you want. You can even place like another, I mean, there's a door to the garage, so that's a thing. But if you place a door somewhere else, you can even place like you can make a new, or just add like an extra wall or something. You can even do another bedroom in the basement, so for like another teen or a young adult who refuses to move out, something like that. I don't know, feel free to make up your own thing. And now we're doing so much landscaping. So I actually wanted to keep the garden or yard, whatever you want to call it, very simple, because I felt like there was so much going on with the landscaping as it was, with all the terrain manipulation and stuff. So the yard that they have, they basically ended up having like a fire pit that is sort of sunken into the ground a little bit, and then they have a gardening area as well with basically just a couple of plant pots and also a flower arrangement table. But I just, first of all, didn't really have a lot of space because the whenever you use terrain tools, they take up so much space. So that's also why I had to move this from a 30 by 20 to a 40 by 30. Built in Oasis Springs, by the way. We're getting out of my comfort zone. It's cool. We're all being very chill about it. But I don't really love Oasis Springs, so if you're new to the channel, it's just a thing. I don't particularly love this area that much. It's the lighting. It's too yellow for my taste. But, and also there's too much sand. I'm not a very sandy person. Yeah, we don't go to the beach, you know, that sort of thing. It ends up everywhere. You can never get rid of it. Like a month later, you'll find sand in your bag and just, no thank you. But moving on. So the landscaping or the yard itself is pretty small, very narrow, but they do have a couple of things. They do also have a patio though, where I did place down, I don't think I've done it yet, but there'll be, oh, I did already. Okay. So there is a dining table for outdoors use and also a grill, because it is for a family after all. They deserve their grill area so they can sit outside in the Oasis Springs sun and just toast themselves. That is cool if that's what you want to do while toasting, maybe not toasting food, grilling food. They could grill themselves while grilling food. Yeah. Feel free to do that if you want to. And then just like a lot of flowers. I wanted to have a lot of fun with the flowers as well, because I feel like it actually sort of fits at least the grassy areas of Oasis Springs. I don't know, maybe it's because, would it be too, well, there's grass. I was about to ask, would it be too dry for flowers to grow? But like, there's grass. So I don't know flowers that well. You'd think, my dad, whenever I go on a walk with him, he's like, what is that tree? What is that kind of tree? Because he knows I have a lot of houseplants, but like, I don't know trees. I know houseplants. You'd think I know about, well, he would think I know about flowers, but no, I don't. I know houseplants. I do not know flowers or trees. But anyway, I wanted to have some fun and make it colorful with because the house itself is actually pretty simple with the roofing and also the wood siding that I ended up using. So I wanted to just add some extra with both the landscaping, obviously, with all the terrain manipulation, but also a lot of flowers, a lot of colors through the flowers. So we're going a little bit, there's a lot going on, but I had a lot of fun with it. So, and then of course making it extra cozy with a light rope as well. I have this like super long light rope that I used to have on my terrace, but where I'm moving, I won't have a terrace. So now I'm like, what do I do with it? Let me know. What can you use, like one of those light bulb chains that you put on a Christmas tree? What would you do with that if you can only use it indoors? Let me know, because I want to use it, but I don't know what for. I already have one that's like covering my bookcases. So not that, something else. Let me know. But we are getting to the end of the video now, so I'm going to wrap up this voiceover. If you like the build, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And as always, the tray files can be found over on my Patreon, which will be linked to in the description box as well as in the pinned comment, where you can also find a link to my booktube channel. So if you want to watch those moving vlogs that I mentioned before, definitely go check it out. Or if you just like to watch videos where people talk about books, I do that a lot over there, like a whole lot. Probably way too much. I rant a lot, as you probably noticed. Yes. But anyway, that is all I got for you guys today, so I hope you all enjoyed this video. Feel free to like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!
Still got your pearls hanging by my bedside. Still got your lips on paper in the trash now. I never knew love could be so sweet. I never knew it would sting. I never knew love like this would leave me in pieces. Oh, Emily, when did you fall right out of love? Oh, Emily, when did the magic stop for us? Oh, but Emily, you are the part of me I fear. It will kill me when you leave and close my door. Oh, Emily. I can't believe it's already over. Too late to talk and fix whatever's broken. I always thought love like ours would last. I never knew love could pass. Tomorrow comes and you